Hey, YouTube. Been gone for a couple of days. Been kind of busy around here because something's come up with eBay, and as you know, I'm a long time seller with over 6 years selling on the eBay platform, and I run over $250,000 a year in annual revenue. So this year, I've noticed every year my sales have increased little by little by little as I've grown, with the exception of this year. This year, it's stagnant. My my sales are dropping. Uh, I'm listing quality items that sell, but my sales are down, and I was blaming it on the upcoming election and the economy, and I'm sure the economy plays a part in it, but I got to doing some research and looking around, and I had been contemplating this for a while, whether or not to sell on Whatnot. So I did an experiment, and I said, well, let me see what's going on over here with Whatnot. And I started a channel, and I did a couple little shows here. Let's see if I can bring this up for you. Okay. I ran two small shows. All right. That's my payout rating for me. One show was like 30 minutes or 28 minutes, and the other show was, I believe, was a little shorter than that. So, and what I did is I pulled inventory from my eBay store, my older inventory, and put it up on Whatnot on the auction, and sold a good portion of it. And that was kind of like I did this as an experiment, and I have found that there are a lot of customers on Whatnot. I think a lot more than people realize, and the platform is so easy to use. I mean, I went in there, and you don't need followers. Now, granted, there are some uh, things that they offer, such as to increase traffic and stuff like that. And I haven't tried those yet. Of course, you have to pay for them. And I went in there and I did a cold start, no followers. Just put some good items up there at a good price. Auction, clearing out some of my older inventory, and it moved. And so right now I have 5 shows scheduled over the next 7 days, and I'm pulling all my old inventory that's been sitting in eBay for a year now. I'm pulling stuff off the back end, and I'm moving it out and Whatnot, and I'm starting on these auctions, and quite a bit of it is moving. So my whole premise, I guess, of this is eBay done? Are people getting tired of eBay, and they looking for something new? I know I'm seeing other sellers. I watch a lot of other sellers on YouTube and their blogs and stuff, and it's not just me. I'm seeing other sellers my size, stores with my size and my sales revenue, that are just getting fed up with eBay, getting fed up with eBay. It's almost like eBay's revenue is down this year because sales overall are down, but they're going to make up their revenue by jacking everything up on the seller's fees and shipping and stuff. And I did a little video on the shipping where used to 1 to 3 ounce was one price, 4 to 8 was another price, 8 to 12 another price, and then 13 to 15 another price. But that's postal rates that eBay negotiates. But this year, I've seen I can have an item that's 3 ounces versus an item that's 6 ounces, and you know what the savings is? 1 penny. And this hasn't just happened once, it's happened a bunch of times, and it's really frustrating to look up there and see that when I go down or up in a shipping uh, weight class, it's 1 penny difference. And I know eBay goes to the post office, negotiates prices, and that's how they offer good shippings. But I think eBay, on those smaller packages, are pocketing most of those savings to make up for lost revenue on decreased sales, instead of trying to fix the problem they have internally. And granted, now part of it was the election year, and part of it was uh, the inflation and rates. But a lot, what I've seen over my lifespan, when it comes to inflation, yes, people tighten up their pocket, their wallets, and they tend to spend less on frivolous items, but daily need items, people bargain hunt. And so during times of recession and inflation and things like that, certain things sell better, such as used items, discount, anything on a discount. Auto parts sales jump up during inflation and recessions because people tend to hang on to their cars longer and they fix them instead of buying a new one because they can't afford a new car payment. And so there's avenues that open during a recession and inflation for sellers. Now, granted, it's not like the boom days when everybody's got disposable income, and a lot of people have less disposable income right now. But used items and auto parts and things like that tend to increase the amount of sales increase. Your profits may be less, but the amount increases a little bit. And that's just what I've seen over my lifespan. I've been through many of these hard times that we've had through different recessions and inflationary periods and things. So anyway, so what I've done, like I say, I've branched out onto Whatnot, and it's a very interesting platform. And I think people are just getting tired of eBay, and maybe eBay needs to do something to freshen it up and stop. eBay needs to stop screwing over their sellers. That's what it is. Their loss of revenue for their mistakes and their errors and their misjudgments, you don't make that up by gouging your sellers, because the sellers are the people that make you money, and if you chase the sellers off, then you have no money. So eBay needs to take a look at this, and maybe they'll get to it. But anyway, I'm moving a lot of things over to Whatnot, and I've got some shows coming up. If anybody wants to join and look for me, it's Cool Swag, KOOLSWAGAZ. I'm sorry, AG, Cool Swag with a K. So I'm going to be doing 3 to 4 shows a week, and that may branch out to 5 or more. I think I'm going to start. Right now, I'm in the process of calling out moving my eBay inventory over, and like I say, the platform on Whatnot was real easy to figure out. I went in there I watched a couple of videos on how to do a listing and how to run a show, and I watched some live shows to get some ideas, and I tailored my own show, and of course I'm learning. I've adapted to the last 2 shows, and now I have a 3rd show coming up today and a 4th show tomorrow. So I learn and grow a little bit each time, but listings are so easy. I can do 30 to 40 listings an hour and no problem. And that's counting pulling the inventory from eBay, ending those listings. With Whatnot, I only put up 1 photograph on the listing because I'm going to show the item during the live stream. So you don't have to put as much information. You just put the basics, and then the rest you can explain during the live show and the auction. And so that's one thing I've learned is you display the item, you describe the item on Whatnot, holding it up and pointing things out, whether it's flaws or sizes and measurements and features and things like that. And once you have described the item, then you can start the auction, and then you can do a little more ad-libbing and selling during it. And I found it kind of enjoyable. It's kind of nice interacting with people, and you have chats coming across and questions and things like that. And so it goes pretty good. Anyway, so my initial experiment with Whatnot was actually quite good. I enjoyed it. I generated almost $170 in about an hour as an experiment. It was an experimental show and moving some old inventory. So anyway, I'm going to keep branching out with this, and I'll bring some more videos regarding this. And like I say, something's wrong with eBay. I don't know what it is, but I think it's their loss. They're trying to make up their loss of revenue by gouging sellers, and you can't do that, because then you lose your sellers and other platforms benefit. Your competition benefits. And sometimes these corporations, yes, you've gone to college and you got a degree, but man, what happens to your common sense and looking at the basic numbers? And sometimes you got to go back to the start. So, alrighty. Hey, give me your thoughts and comments on this. Or anybody else experiencing these issues and troubles and problems or concerns? Or if you're doing good, maybe maybe something I'm doing is wrong, and you know, because I mean, I try to adapt and stay with the trend of things, and I even tried the eBay promoted listings and all those advertising and all that stuff, and it's, man, all that does is take money from me. I didn't see any jump in sales. So anyway, all right, hey, give me your thoughts. I'll bring you some more videos, and I'll probably do another one on whatnot, and if y'all like to see some more, like maybe some instructional videos and things like that. So all right, hey, well, good luck this Q4 selling.